Yo, what's up? Today I'm talking about this one thing. This one thing will make her want to have sex with you. Oh, right. All right. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. If you're new, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification button because I'm dropping a video every day. All right. This one thing will make her want to have sex with you. And I'm not going to let you wait till the end of the video to know what this one thing is. Yes, there's a bunch of things that come into play when you're dating, right? A bunch. And there's layers to this. But specifically, let's assume you have all these things in place, which I will discuss. But this one thing, it's like a light switch to women. And you know what it is? Competition. That's right. Competition will make her want to have sex with you. All right, so now I'm going to get into this video. Competition. There's direct competition and there's indirect competition. Now, this is assuming everything else is in place. So let me give you an example of direct competition. So you're on a date, right? And in order to get to that first date, obviously certain things have to be in place and she has to be somewhat attracted to you to have the first date. You're on your first date. Obviously, she still needs to be attracted to you and you have to have good masculine frame, all this stuff. But how do you go from she's attracted to you to I want to have sex with this guy, like tonight, right? This has happened to me. A little bit about my story. I was married before. I've been single for a little bit over 2 years now, and I've been on hundreds of dates. I get dates and dates and dates with women. It's way easier for me to date now at my age than it was at my 20s. And I'm always going on dates with 7s, 8s, and 9s. That's just, sometimes I'll go out with a 6 if she makes me feel really good. And there's certain things about her that I find attractive, but it's how she treats me, right? She's got burning desire for me. I will go and date somebody that's a 6. But in general, it's 7, 8s, and 9s. So this is wild. The competition thing, direct and indirect. Talk about direct. So direct. So you're on this date. It could be the first date or maybe it's the second date. Doesn't matter. And if she sees that the bartender is hitting on you, that is one thing that she'll go, oh, this is competition, especially if the bartender is hot. Now she wants to she wants to own you now because of that. But it's rare that bartenders actually flirt with me when I'm out on a date with a woman. So I'll give you two real examples of direct competition. So one is you're on this date and she starts asking you about previous relationships. So I've used this many times since I dated this Brazilian girl. And I will bring up this Brazilian girl and I'll say, hey, look, this one person I really liked, it went sideways. There was a few red flags, note to self, I should have known, whatever. So then this is wild. If you can use this to your advantage, if you've ever dated an exotic woman, bring that one up because every woman wants to know what's the competition look like, right? Pretty much every time this happens, the woman is fascinated with this Brazilian girl that I dated, and she will say, well, they have a picture of her. Yes, I do. I have some good pictures of her. So I'm like, sure. So I bring up my phone, I show her pictures, and every single time this happens, and the woman will look at the pictures and say, my God, she's beautiful. Right there in her mind, it's a trigger, a light switch goes off, and she's like, if that Brazilian could have sex with him, well, I want him now. I want him now. Now I want him to be my possession because it's competition. So pretty much every single time I've shown that picture, I'm having sex that evening. Okay, it's wild. The other direct example is, so the Brazilian one specifically, this is what happened in the early times of us dating. We had no set commitment of any sort, and we were dating other people. So she used to go to this club. She was bisexual, and it was a lesbian club. Well, a female asked me out, and we're walking along, and the Brazilian one, always went to this place on a Friday. Okay, so this was a Saturday. I have this date with this other one. So the Saturday, we're in that kind of area where this club is, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to go into this place, this lesbian bar?" So I said, "Okay," but deep down, I'm like, "Ah, shit! I hope Brazilian one's not there." So sure enough, an hour in, we're having a couple drinks. Who walks in? Is the Brazilian one with her sister. I'm like, "Oh, damn it! What do I do now?" So I go up to the Brazilian one at some point and I said, "Hey, how are you? This is a little awkward, but I, I've got this date with me. And so I hope this doesn't bother you." And she's like, "Well, no, it doesn't." Just there was a little fruit fly in my face. She's like, "No, this doesn't bother me. And I'm glad you came up to me." Well, guess what? It all worked out in my favor, man. It all worked out because the one I was with saw the Brazilian one and was like way more sexually attracted to me. This was the first date. The Brazilian one was more sexually attracted to me. So I end up um, leaving leaving the date, taking her home. The Brazilian one's blowing up my phone. She's like, "Oh my God, um, what are you doing tonight later?" And then so I decided to basically let go of the other one. And then the Brazilian one came over to my place later. So those are examples of direct competition, and it drives women crazy. They hate competition, but they love competition. And that's one of the ways they're going to want to have sex with you. So how you can use this to your advantage is if you have some female friends or you're starting to date someone, bring them into a situation where there's other attractive women. And if those other attractive women are giving you attention, she's going to want to have sex with you. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So indirectly, all right. So thanks for sticking around this long. So indirectly, this is important. This is important with someone who's in an LTR or they're married and the sex has kind of dropped off, okay? Indirect competition is you need to start changing some of your patterns. And this might sound like it's manipulating, psychological warfare, whatever, but hey, you do you. All I'll say is this worked for me in my marriage for a while. So, what it is that if you never wear cologne, you're not going to the gym, you're not changing up your clothes, you're not hanging out with your friends a little more. See where I'm going with this? That's the indirect competition. She's going to start thinking, why the hell is he wearing cologne now? Why is he now buying nicer clothes? Why is he now going to the gym? Is there another woman in the background? I will say, don't have another woman in the background. Do this stuff for you. And the side benefit is she will now want you because now she's threatened. Now she's like, "Oh shit, I'm going to lose this guy because he's putting a lot of attention into himself. Therefore, more women are going to desire him because he smells good, he's starting to look good, he's dressing good." This is what I mean. So, if you want to jumpstart your sexual situation in your LTR or your marriage, as one thing you could try is these indirect things to start taking better care of yourself, and she's going to notice and start taking on more hobbies, maybe go out with your friends a little more. Her mind is going to be spinning, and she's going to be like, why is he always out on a Friday night? Or why is he doing this and why is he doing that? And I know it might seem uh, a little manipulative, but guys, if you're not having enough sex, if she's rejecting you, then she's being manipulative. So call it what it is, call a spade a spade. In order for you to get what you want, you have to do these things in order to change it. Or in some situations, it's better to just bounce from the situation, right? So let me know what you think in the comments about this, and if you've had the same experience, because I do want to hear from you. And if you have any other ideas for videos, I want to know. And I create a video every single day for you guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.